Check obituaries for the first time this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Call 256-245-4361. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Jean Babe Ham, age 76, of Goodwater, died Sunday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. A graveside service for Jean will be held Thursday at 11 a.m. from Hanover Cemetery. Fond memories and expressions of sympathy may be shared at curtisonfh.com for the Ham family. Of course, Jean was owner of Ham Auto Parts in Sylacauga and served as president of the Independent Business Association here in town for many years. He loved politics and was an avid golfer, and he'll be missed, that is for sure. Jean Babe Ham, age 76 of Goodwater, died Sunday. That graveside service will be Thursday at 11 a.m. from Hanover Cemetery. Curtis & Son Funeral Home directing. In other obituary news this morning, Mr. Robert McClellan died at St. Vincent's East in Birmingham on Saturday, and that funeral service will be, visitation will be 9:30 till 10:30 at the Childersburg Chapel on Wednesday, with the graveside service at 11 o'clock from Vincent Cemetery. Also on Wednesday, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel in charge of the arrangements. Mr. Doyle Gambrell died in Texas on Monday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel in charge of the arrangements. In other obituary news this morning, Angela Fallon died at Coosa Valley Medical Center on Monday morning. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will announce the arrangements. Memorial service for Mr. Charles Strickland, age 71 of Wetumpka, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City, with Brother Wayne Cowhick officiating. Mr. Strickland died Sunday at Baptist Medical Center South. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. Mr. John Mark White, age 56 of Fayetteville, died at his residence on Monday, and actually he died at Coosa Valley Medical Center. He's from Fayetteville, and Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Charles Traylor, age 66, died October the 2nd in Anniston. Funeral arrangement to be announced by Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga. Chance William Bird, age 25 of Lincoln, died September 29th. And he was a coach up at Lincoln High School. And the family will receive friends today, 5 until 8 o'clock at Ursery Funeral Home in Pell City. Funeral service will be held at 11 o'clock on Wednesday at the International Motorsports Hall of Fame Dome in Lincoln, with Pastor Brandon Lazari and Pastor Jeff Ponder Twardy officiating. Coach Bird will lie in state for 1 hour prior to the service at the Dome. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Honorary pallbearers will be the teammates and friends from Lincoln High School and Huntington College. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home in Pell City in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for John Wayne Ashworth, age 74, is today at noon from Benefield Funeral Home in Lineville, with Brother Tommy Thornton officiating. Burial in the Mount Olive Baptist Church Cemetery in Goodwater. Mr. Ashworth died Saturday at Regional Medical Center in Anniston. He spent most of his life in Coosa County. He was retired from the Army National Guard and served several tours of active duty in both Desert Storm and Desert Shield. He was a member of the Weguffka Family Worship Center. Online condolences at BenefieldFuneralHome.com. Benefield Funeral Home in Lineville in charge of the arrangements. Mr. Donnell Stevens of Alexander City died Sunday at his residence. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Mrs. Thelma Blackman, age 60 of Alexander City, died Sunday at Chapman Healthcare Center in Alexander City. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Mr. O.C. Lewis Williams, age 65, of Sylacauga, died Saturday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Final arrangements are pending. They'll be announced by Armour's Memorial Funeral Home of Alexander City. This obituary report this morning brought to you courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg, 256-245-4361.